Why pay more for dental care? Get your free info kit and start saving today. Call or visit physiciansmutualdental.com. Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
Save big on fountain drinks and chewy ice at Parker's Kitchen. We're celebrating 50 years of Parker's Kitchen with 50-cent fountain drinks all summer long with Parker's Rewards.
Live from Augusta, breaking news.
We continue to follow breaking news regarding the passing of two Richmond County deputies less than 24 hours apart. The most recent incident claimed the life of 49-year-old Deputy Philip Wasson. He died this morning after a head-on crash at the intersection of Washington and Woodbine Roads. He appeared to be off duty because he was not in a patrol car. Another driver, 57-year-old Heather Lanier, also died in the crash. Eastbound lanes were shut down for hours as emergency crews responded to the scene. They have since reopened. The sheriff's office says the other fallen deputy is Deputy Jailer Michael Davis. He died yesterday unexpectedly from a medical emergency while off duty. Sheriff Brantley released a statement saying, in part, in less than 24 hours, our sheriff's office family has lost two of our own. They were deputies, co-workers, friends, and members of our family. He goes on to say they were our brothers and our hearts are with both families, as well as the men and women who served beside them. Deputy Wasson served the sheriff's office for 18 years and was assigned to the traffic division. Deputy Jailer Davis served 28 years. Service information for both deputies will be released once arrangements are finalized. Meanwhile, condolences are pouring in for Deputy Wasson from other local sheriff's offices. The Burke County Sheriff's Office released a statement asking the community to keep his family, friends, and fellow deputies in their thoughts and prayers. The Columbia County Sheriff's Office issued a statement as well, saying its thoughts and prayers are with everyone who knew and loved Deputy Wasson. Breaking news out of Grovetown, a mother and stepmother have been arrested on child cruelty charges. Police say 31-year-old Jayla Johnson and 39-year-old Shamika Neal were arrested Monday. According to a police report, Columbia County DFACS contacted Grovetown police after a child arrived at school with welts and bruises. Investigators say Johnson, the child's mother, hit him with a switch, and Neal, the stepmother, hit him with a wooden back scratcher after he used the bathroom on himself. DFACS has placed the child with a family member. Both women are charged with first-degree child cruelty. Any moment now, a Richmond County jury could return a verdict for a man accused in the murder of an 8-year-old Augusta girl. In January of 2022, Arbery Anthony was shot and killed in what prosecutors call a gang-related drive-by shooting in Dogwood Terrace. The trial centers on Antoine Redfield. Prosecutors are trying to connect him to a red Jeep they say was involved in the shooting. His attorney argues there's no evidence he was inside that vehicle. Yesterday, prosecutors introduced a letter they say Redfield wrote from jail to another man who was previously charged in the shooting while both men were in jail in June of 2023. It includes the line, quote, "I played my role." The DA's office says that's important, but admits the letter doesn't spell out what role or what car he's talking about. Redfield faces several charges, including felony and malice murder. We'll let you know what the jury decides. To weather now as we give you a live look over Thurmond Dam. Another hot day outside. Emily, what can we expect the rest of the week?
Yeah, Zaina, it has been another hot afternoon for us. Temperatures right now sitting at 98, but I will say we only feel like 102, and I'm saying only just because of what we've seen the past several days. We've had heat advisories. We do not have a heat advisory in effect today. Dew points are actually below 70 at 67 at the moment, so not quite as hot as what we have seen the past couple of days, and that's all across the board here in the CSRA. Warmest that we're feeling is 103-ish. I mean, it's hot out there for us, but again, a little bit better than what we have seen the past several days. If you have evening plans, we're looking mostly dry, but there's still that 10% chance of a quick pop-up shower as we're seeing right now in southern Aiken County. Just a light shower at the moment. We'll have better rain chances by the end of the week. I'll have a look at your full forecast coming up.
Thanks, Emily. We're working to learn the name of a driver killed in a crash in Allendale County. South Carolina Highway Patrol says it happened this morning at the intersection of Highway 301 and Revolutionary Trail. Officials say the victim crashed into a tractor trailer. That driver of that tractor trailer was not injured. We'll let you know when we get the victim's name. In McCormick County, we're working to learn the name of a victim there who was killed in a fiery crash. It happened last night on Highway 221 near Scotts Ferry Road. 2 vehicles were involved. South Carolina Highway Patrol says a box truck hit another truck head on and then caught on fire. The driver of the box truck died. The trial against the Massachusetts mother accused of killing her 3 drivers. This is your warning. The Hands Across the Border crackdown on drunk driving kicks off Sunday. Local and state law enforcement will be running sobriety checkpoints. The campaign makes a stop in Augusta Tuesday and then continues through next week ahead of the Labor Day travel weekend. AAA will activate its Tow to Go program September 4th through the 8th. It offers drivers a free ride in tow for up to 10 miles, but it's meant to be a last resort. The service is only available in Georgia. We have the number to call here on your screen, 855-286-9246. Congratulations to one of our local game wardens. Kyle Curvin from Jefferson County has been honored with the James R. Darnell Award, recognized as runner-up for Game Warden of the Year. Over the past year, his work led to multiple arrests of convicted felons with guns and the seizure of illegally harvested trophy bucks. He also reached nearly 700 people through more than a dozen educational programs, teaching hunter and boating safety, helping with mobility impaired hunts, and even building duck boxes with local youth. So a huge congratulations to him. Coming up, a Waffle House worker goes viral for rapping on the job and gets fired for it. What he says next.
And looking at Friday, we are under a marginal risk for that chance for a strong to severe thunderstorm. I'll have a look at the timing of these storms coming up.
Time and Temp, sponsored by Riverside Heating and Air.
Riverside Heating and Air Conditioning is the CSRA's expert heating and cooling company. Join the Riverside Comfort Club with regular HVAC maintenance starting as low as $15 per month.
Turn your porch or patio into the best room of the house. Save 25% right now with patio enclosures. Make every season your favorite season. Call 866-496-4449 today. This offer ends soon.
For 50 years.
Keep your pets safe in the heat this summer with this advice. Never keep your pets waiting in a hot car. It can quickly cause heat stroke, brain damage, and even death. This summer's safety tip is sponsored by Blanchard Woods Animal Hospital. Turn your porch or patio into the best room of the house. Save 25% right now with patio enclosures. Make every season your favorite season. Call 866-496-4449 today. This offer ends soon.
Now, your First Alert weather with meteorologist Emily Acton.
Well, we are dry and hot across the CSRA, a few degrees cooler than what we've seen for the start of the work week, but still feeling like the triple digits over most of the area. Here's a little shower, tiny shower, just west of New Ellington, but everywhere else we are dry and not getting much relief from the heat. A little bit of cloud cover for our evening, but as we get closer to the overnight, cloud cover will start to clear out. Still in the 90s at 7 p.m., dipping into the 80s after sunset, but it's going to take us a while to cool off. Last night, we were still sitting in the 90s at 9:20, actually. Our feels like temperatures were still in the 90s around 9:20, so it is still hot out there for us. It's going to be another hot day tomorrow, and we've had some football games get moved due to some storm potential for your Friday, but it is going to be very hot for those games tomorrow. This is looking at Aiken versus Lakeside. It is going to be hot at kickoff, 92, and then we'll see temperatures drop after sunset. But looking at your Friday, chance for storms, we're under that marginal risk. So the risk is still there that we could see a strong to severe thunderstorm. Still 48 hours out, so it's going to be something that will continue to change. I'm going to show you the model here again tomorrow, hitting 100 for our afternoon. But I'll show you again what we can expect Friday. Take it with a grain of salt. It's going to be more of those hit or miss showers or thunderstorms as we go throughout the later evening and into the overnight. We can expect to see some of those heavier downpours. Some spots will remain completely dry and hot Friday. Others could see a rain delay or even a lightning delay for those football games. So again, it's just going to be those hit or miss storms that we see this time of year for your Friday. Saturday, an isolated shower possible, but overall looking a lot drier. And then by the time we start next week, really looking mostly dry. So, forecast for some rain Friday, Saturday. A little bit of a cool down for us, though, for the start of our weekend. 92 for the high Saturday. That's a drastic temperature change from what we'll see tomorrow at 100 degrees.
When we're happy about the 90s, it's kind of funny. But yeah, looking forward to it. Any cool off we can take, Emily, thank you. A viral Gwinnett County Waffle House rapper fired after promoting everything to try to help Riley keep his job, but they were left with no choice. Riley says he plans to continue to perform his hit song and make new ones as booking requests continue to come in. Check your freezer. There's a nationwide recall for some batches of Outshine frozen fruit bars due to possible glass contamination. The 6-count boxes of black cherry, grape, strawberry, tangerine, and watermelon bars are subject to the recall. If you purchase the affected products, you should throw them away or return them to the store for a full refund. Could a breakthrough be on the way for recurrent skin cancer? A new vaccine appears to be able to prevent it. Moderna and Merck says it's for people who've had melanoma. The companies say the vaccine is individualized. It uses the same mRNA technology behind certain coronavirus vaccines. ChatGPT, but for teens. Coming up, how the new platform aims to keep children safe while still offering advice.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group.
At the rooms to go kids like.
I've spent a lifetime in a game built on precision and trust. And when my father needed a solution for his aging roof, he trusted Roof Savers. Their patent-pending Renew 17 technology, improved flexibility, locked-in protective granules, and amazingly gave an additional 17 years back to his roof with just one application, without the cost and headache of a full replacement, and comes with a 17-year transferable warranty.
In today's world, the cost of a roof replacement is just too expensive. But homeowners across America have been saving thousands with a smarter option, thanks to Roof Savers and their patent-pending Renew 17 roof preservation technology. Instead of spending tens of thousands on a full roof replacement, Renew 17 will extend the life of your roof by 17 years with a single application. Listen to our national spokesperson, Larry Mize, who captured one of golf's most prestigious major titles.
Renew 17 is engineered with micro-craze VR, rock-lock polymer protection, and UV shielding technology, the most advanced roof preservation system available today.
It's the greatest invention going forward to save your home, your house, your roof. You're not doing anything to environment. You're not throwing shingles in the trash cans. And insurance companies all over ought to be very excited about this product.
And that's why I'm proud to stand with a champion like Roof Savers. They saved my father's roof. Why not let them save your roof too?
America's #1 choice for roof preservation is Roof Savers. Save your roof, save your money.
OpenAI is introducing a new version of ChatGPT designed for teens. The company says the platform aimed at young people ages 13 to 17 comes with stronger content protections against self-harm and sexual chats.
I think it's important to note that this is not entirely new. OpenAI did last year roll out a bunch of, a new teen version of ChatGPT with additional safety protections. So this kind of builds on this, and that was a response to a lot of the teen suicides that we saw associated with ChatGPT 4.0. So this version is more designed to help teens learn and think critically rather than just asking it for answers to questions.
OpenAI says there will be new learning tools designed to help students with homework and studying without getting straight to the solutions. Florida became the first state to file a lawsuit against OpenAI in June, alleging that ChatGPT endangers children and the company prioritized profit over public safety. A woman accidentally flushed the antique wedding band down a toilet on a New Jersey Transit train. Nearly a month later, she's been reunited with it. The 1905 ring held special meaning for Julie Angelicola and her husband. That's because the initials engraved inside match their nicknames for one another. When she reported the loss to the transit authority, they went all in to find it. Monday, she met with some of the workers involved in the recovery.
I just could not believe it. I was so excited and felt really lucky that they cared to find it. And now even just meeting everyone saying, oh, we took the train out of service, I'm like, that's pretty exceptional.
Wow, yeah, that is. I don't know how you thank them for after doing all of that. After taking the train out of service, crews were able to inspect the toilet system. They removed the tank, sent it to the treatment plant, opened the top, and boom, there was the ring just sitting right there looking to be found. That they went above and beyond. I don't know if everyone was happy about that train going out of service. I'm sure they probably brought in another train, but that just sounds like a whole process, but so happy they were able to retrieve that for her. Friendship born from a big life challenge. That describes the young lives of two Nebraska 6-year-old girls. Both have been dealing with something very rare, but have each other to lean on. Sydney Babb introduces us to the duo.
We met at the coffee stand, and they just started talking like they were at the park.
Kristen Rager and Kendra Saunders' daughters met last November when the girls were 5.5.
The girl said, "Can I come play with you in your room? Can I come to your room?" Back and forth. It was just so sweet.
I gave her a stuffed unicorn and you said it. And I gave her a stuffed animal.
They formed an instant connection, but they didn't meet where you would expect.
I had Claire in a wagon up here at Boys Town right after her surgery, and Kendra had Lane in her wagon.
They had both just had the exact same rare and life-changing surgery.
They both suffer from craniosynostosis.
Like you count them, and if you...
When Clara and Lane were born, the bones in their skull were separated like any other baby. Their skull is supposed to stay separated, but for the girls, those spaces filled in with more bone. That can put pressure on the brain, so something had to be done.
It was Clara's third cranium reconstruction, and it was Lane's second.
An incredibly invasive and intense procedure.
It's a big suture, obviously from ear to ear, and then the face comes down, their head comes back, their head is rebuilt. And then for the next day, they can't see.
Something terrifying for any parent to imagine.
To be 5.5 and to have done this 3 times where her head is rebuilt, it takes an incredibly strong little person to do that.
But for a 6-year-old, life isn't always so serious.
For her to have Lane just 24 hours later and just go through it like, did you see the dog? Or what are you gonna do today? Can you come play today?
It's really neat that even though they're both so young and innocent, they do have a deep bond, that this is the place they met. They went through something very hard, but they got through it.
I think that's what makes it beautiful, is how strong the two of them are.
Since the day they met, they've remained one thing.
Best friends. Best friends.
Clara's family lives in Sioux City. Lane's in Eagle, 2 hours away. Their parents now work with Boys Town to make sure all of their checkup appointments are on the same day, so they can visit regularly.
I don't think we have a choice now.
Right. It's really sweet.
Yeah, they're stuck for life together. I hope so.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because sometimes life's hardest battles are made just a little easier when fate puts a friend by your side.
That's the sweetest story, and kids are so resilient. They went through a lot and they found a friendship through it. That is just so sweet. Wishing them a lifelong friendship. Emily?
Well, looking at Friday, we're keeping an eye on some storm chances. We could see a strong to severe thunderstorm. I'll have a look at what we can expect for the next 7 days coming up.
The Ashley $1 Million Summer Sell-Off is...
Time with your family is sacred. I cherish the moments I spend with my wife and son every day. As a lawyer, I know how an injury can change all of that in an instant. It impacts your health, your work, your loved ones, your whole life. I'm Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy. After your accident, I'm here to help you recover and get what you deserve for your injuries so you can get back to the moments that really matter. After an accident, call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy. 706-724-7224.
Check this out. Christmas is 4 months away, but some stores are already starting to deck the halls. Check out this huge Santa bear posted at our local Costco. We're not even a month out from Halloween just yet. So how do we feel about Christmas decor returning this early? We want to hear from people. I always say time flies by, and this really does make me feel like the year's flying by.
Yes, it's going to be Christmas before we know it. And people, you got to stock up early. I'm not mad about it if you're getting a good price right now. I'm not mad about seeing it out in the stores.
I didn't think about that too. Yeah, if they get it out early, is there a decent price with it? I don't know.
I don't know either.
But we know how people are when it comes to decorating, so it just gives you an early start to think about, what your decorations look like this year.
I'm ready for Christmas, so now ask me a different year, maybe a different time when it's not 100 degrees out.
Sure.
I might be like, it's a little too early. But at this moment today, I'm not mad about it. But looking at our temperatures tomorrow, I'm a little upset about that. 100 for our high. We've had several football games get moved due to the chance for storms Friday to tomorrow. But it is going to be brutally hot for our evening. Make sure you're staying hydrated and prepared, even if you're just a fan in the stands. It's going to be hot out there for us. Again, we're keeping a chance of rain Friday, Saturday. I'll have another look at when those showers will start and end coming up.
At Stanton, for a limited time, kids get a free eye exam.
Penguins need clear vision. Kids do too.
Plus, glasses start at just $79, made same day. Smart, simple, Stanton.
I was having a lot of
action.
At Stanton, we use the latest technology to make your glasses the same day.
Life's too busy to wait for glasses.
Get 2 pairs for $79 and a free eye exam. Smart, simple, Stanton.
Live from Augusta, breaking news.
Breaking news first at 4. Condolences are pouring in for the passing of 2 Richmond County deputies less than 24 hours apart. The most recent incident claimed the life of 49-year-old Deputy Philip Wasson. He died this morning after a head-on crash at the intersection of Washington and Woodbine Roads. He appeared to be off duty, because he was not in a patrol car. Another driver, 57-year-old Heather Lanier, also died in the crash. Eastbound lanes were shut down for hours as emergency crews responded to the scene. They have since reopened. The Sheriff's Office says the other fallen deputy is Deputy Jailer Michael Davis. He died yesterday unexpectedly from a medical emergency while off duty. Sheriff Eugene Brantley released a statement saying in part, quote, "In less than 24 hours, our Sheriff's Office family has lost 2 of our own. They were deputies, co-workers, friends, and members of our family." He goes on to say they were our brothers and our hearts are with both families as well as the men and women who serve beside them. Deputy Wasson served the Sheriff's Office for 18 years and was assigned to the Traffic Division. Deputy Jailer Davis served 28 years. Service information for both deputies will be released once arrangements are finalized. Our neighboring sheriff's office are offering their condolences too. The McDuffie County Sheriff's Office released a statement following the news saying they extend their deepest condolences to the Sheriff's Office following the passing of Deputy Wasson and Deputy Jailer Davis. The Sheriff's Office goes on to say their thoughts and prayers are with their families, friends, and co-workers. Burke and Aiken County Sheriff's Offices sent their condolences as well. To weather as we give you a live look over Riverwatch Parkway and I-20. Another hot day if you've been outside. You need to drink that water. You need the sunglasses. You need the hat. You just need to be cool. Emily, I was out this morning maybe less than an hour and it was brutal just for an hour. We know people are working in this.
Yes, it is very intense heat out there, Zaina, and it's a little bit better than what we saw yesterday. I'm trying to look at the brighter side of things. 98 instead of 100. For our high temperature, at least that's what it's looking like at the moment. Might bump up a degree or 2. Feels like temperature right around 102, so a little bit better than what we've seen the past couple of days. There's no heat advisory in effect today for any of our counties here in the CSRA. We are dry, a few clouds out there, and we did see a light shower pop up in southern Aiken County, but overall, dry and mostly clear. That's going to continue throughout our evening. We'll be in the 90s still through the 7 p.m. hour, dipping into the 80s after sunset, and we can expect to see those lower 70s for the start of our day tomorrow. So headed off to school, not looking too bad for the bus ride to school. Now heading home, it's going to be some intense heat out there. Make sure you pack maybe a frozen water bottle so by the end of the day it's still cold, because we will be right around that 100-degree mark tomorrow afternoon. Zane, I'll have a look at your full forecast. We've got some rain to talk about coming up.
Emily, thank you. We're working to learn the name of a Greenbrier Elementary paraprofessional who resigned amid allegations of taking an inappropriate photo of a former student. A letter was sent home to parents today. The principal says the paraprofessional taught special education pre-K and that the incident happened over a year ago. We're told no arrests have been made, although the school district police is investigating. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office is searching for a woman who's wanted for an aggravated battery. This is Jessica Ford. Deputies say the incident happened Saturday on Rocky Creek Road off Deans Bridge Road. We've reached out to the Sheriff's Office to find out what happened. They tell us the incident report is not available, citing a Georgia law that guides officers on family violence calls. If you see Ford or know where she could be, contact the Richmond County Sheriff's Office. In Sparta, the GBI is searching for this man who they say should be considered armed and dangerous. Investigators say Stephen Ellis is wanted for obstructing or hindering law enforcement officers and false statements. He was last seen near Island Creek Church Road. If you have any information on where he is, contact the GBI office in Milledgeville. Remember, you can remain anonymous. Also in Sparta, the GBI is still asking for information about a shooting that sent 5 people to the hospital. That shooting happened early Sunday morning at a large gathering at a home on Beulah Highway. Officials say 4 of the victims are expected to be okay, but 1 is in critical condition. If you have information on this shooting, contact the GBI office in Milledgeville or the Hancock County Sheriff's Office. Again, remember, you can remain anonymous. We're learning new details about the death of Hayden Panettiere, the 36-year-old actor and mother who was found unresponsive in Greenville over the weekend. According to a police report, we now know who was with Panettiere when she died and what officers found when they arrived on the scene. Mark Strassman has the story.
A newly released, heavily redacted police report reveals more information about Hayden Panettiere's final moments on Sunday. According to police, Panettiere's on-and-off boyfriend Brian Hickerson and his brother Zach were inside the Greenville, South Carolina apartment and called 911.
CPR is in progress.
The cause of death is still unclear, but radio chatter mentioned the word overdose.
Easley Bridge Road overdose.
At some point, Hickerson showed the officer the bag of medication that Panettiere had been taking. Details of those medications are redacted. Panettiere and Hickerson had a tumultuous relationship. She wrote about it in her memoir, This Is Me, A Reckoning. In 2021, he was sentenced to 45 days in prison for domestic violence. In a recent podcast, she read from her journal about the abuse.
I realized
Los Angeles.
Some local students are getting a real-world taste of cyber warfare this week in a classroom setting. Technic's Capture the Flag event is a hands-on competition that puts teams through Jeopardy-style challenges that mimic actual cyber operations. Organizers say it's all about building practical skills and confidence for the next generation of cyber professionals. One student says if you're on the fence about trying cyber, just jump in.
It's literally to just go for it. Just like if there's a ton of resources out there online, assuming that you have access to those. So definitely kind of educate yourself on what that means and some of those resources that you do have. Maybe talk to a teacher or a friend or anybody. But yeah, just go for it. That's probably my best advice.
Capture the Flag is part of the TechNet conference. The conference ends tomorrow. Travel experts say it's not just end of summer trips you should be thinking about right now, it's your holiday flights too. This year's November and December airfares are already heading up. Higher fuel cost and strong demand are well, they lived 11 days like a Mars crew without ever leaving Earth. How Georgia Tech students used a remote silo to test real space stress.
And looking at our forecast for the next couple of days, nice and dry, but once we get into our Friday evening, we're going to see the chance for a few showers and even heavy thunderstorms. Flash flood risk for all of our area. I'll have a look at what we can expect coming up.
Do you have wall cracks?
My dad.
Now, your first alert weather with meteorologist Emily Acton.
Well, we are dry across the CSRA, seeing some showers though over in the state of Alabama, southern Georgia, and even over in closer to the coast here in South Carolina. But we are dry. We had a little tiny shower pop up just west of New Ellington over the past 30 minutes or so. Did not do much to cool us off or really bring any sort of relief, as we are still sitting in the upper 90s. We'll continue the 90s through 7 p.m. Then after sunset, we can expect to see our temperatures drop off into the 80s and eventually 70s overnight tonight. And we've had several football games get switched over to Thursday instead of Friday due to the chance for some storms. It's going to be a hot one tomorrow. There's Aiken versus Lakeside, Burke County, I think if I'm remembering this correctly, versus Greenbrier. Those games have been shifted to tomorrow night, it's going to be a hot night for us, but looking mostly dry. There is still a small chance of an afternoon shower or thunderstorm, but not quite as big of a risk as what we can expect to see Friday, which is still very low in threat. But there is going to be that chance for a strong to severe thunderstorm. Not everybody will see rain, and some places completely dry and hot. But again, I think a lot of teams are erring on the side of caution. Here's what we're looking at tomorrow afternoon. Maybe an isolated shower, low chance of seeing rain for your Thursday. Now, Friday afternoon, we'll start to see those showers and thunderstorms bubble up, potentially as early as 4 or 5 p.m., and then hit or miss as we continue on through our evening and into the early overnight. But I wouldn't take this as gospel at the moment. It's going to change, as it already has over the past hour, this latest model run that just came out. So timing, and honestly, I wouldn't have anything set in stone just yet, whether that is canceling or not canceling things. Just know there is going to be that chance, not a guarantee at the moment, but best chance of seeing rain will be Friday. Saturday, more of those hit or miss rain chances for us, but looking mostly dry by the start of the week next week. And it'll cool us off a little bit. Those rain chances for our weekend, 92 Saturday. We'll hit 94 for your Sunday. And we're looking mostly dry for the work week next week.
Thanks, Emily. More than 24 Georgia Tech students spent the past 11 days simulating a mission to Mars in hopes of helping future space missions. Joshua Skinner dropped by Georgia Tech as the mission came to a close.
It's a mission to Mars.
I verified it would work.
In a silo in Arkansas.
Does that hexagonal screw work or no?
And it's all controlled here.
We've been doing our 10-day mission, all in this room.
Which is the Space Science and Technology building at Georgia Tech.
It's incredibly exciting.
Alan Young is the head of mission control for this operation, put on by student-led Southeast Analog.
What I really wanted to get out of this was understanding how we put together a Mars flight control team.
That team is made up of more than 30 Georgia Tech students who monitor the 6 astronauts living for 10 souls, about 11 days, in that Arkansas silo. Vic Paulson is president of Southeast Analog.
The last 10 days here have been a little crazy.
She and the team have planned and monitored the crew's life for the past 11 days, trying to work out how such a situation would actually play out on Mars. Part of that is a real-time 20-minute communication delay each way, mirroring how comms would work with a crew on Mars.
How do we maintain situational awareness on what the crew is doing when we have a 20-minute time delay?
It will all go in PhD papers and such at a later date. Today, the crew emerged from the silo into the sun for the first time in more than a week.
They're really excited to feel sun on their skin for the first time in 11 days.
Mission Control was also given a plaque honoring their work by the Atlanta City Council, with the end goal of helping some mission, somewhere in the future, operate on Mars just a little bit easier.
The goal was to try to get valuable data out of it.
And that's awesome, and you can tell they enjoyed it with the smiles on their faces. Hands-on technology, hands-on learning, rather, is so great, especially when you're still in school figuring out what you want to do in life. As the world's oceans heat up, climate scientists say sea life is taking the hit. Researchers say unusually warm waters across Europe are putting marine animals at risk. Non-native sea creatures are moving in and damaging habitats, and fish that can't tolerate the heat and lower oxygen levels are heading for cooler waters.
It's actually quite difficult for fish and other marine creatures to live in, and that is why we are seeing an increase in jellyfish blooms around coasts at the minute, because jellyfish do quite well in these low oxygen waters.
Scientists warn without drastic action to slow climate change, the sea life we know could start to look very different. Your next trip to Myrtle Beach will look a lot better. The $72 million beach renourishment project is now complete. The work was designed to restore the shoreline and protect the South Carolina coast from storm damage. Crews built a wider, higher beach and dune system to help absorb waves and better protect oceanfront homes, businesses, and roads from flooding. One visitor says he's glad the beach is back to normal.
Sure, when I first got here, there were a lot of pipes, a lot of digging, and not a lot of beach room. So it's beautiful today. I'm looking at it, and I'm guessing they're done because this is the best I've seen the beach look in a long time. So I'm happy to be here.
The project finished in North Myrtle Beach in January, proceeded to Myrtle Beach, finishing in July, and moved to the final stages in Surfside Beach and Garden City, finishing just this month. And I was there 2 weeks ago, and I have to say, it looked great and had a fun time out there at Myrtle. Well, think you're reporting a scam to the FBI, but it's actually the scammer again. Next, how to spot fake agents and make sure you're on the real site before you click or pay.
The Rooms to Go Labor Days.
The FBI is warning the public about scammers impersonating IC3, the Bureau's Internet Crime Complaint Center. And this Watching Your Wallet consumer investigator Chris Jackman shares how you can spot the red flags and make sure you're on the real side.
If you've been scammed online, the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, better known as IC3, is one place to report it. But the FBI is now warning that scammers are impersonating IC3 employees to target victims again.
It's just like a horrible crime because you're victimizing people who have already been victimized, and that's probably the worst thing.
Paul Keener is a cybersecurity strategist with GuidePoint Security. He also says the scheme can also undermine confidence in a way for victims to report cybercrime.
If you're a criminal and you are trying not to get your threat network discovered, what would be one of the best ways to make it so people don't trust the one tool that the public has in order to report all of these different types of attacks.
The FBI says the scammers use a variety of methods to trick people. Some victims receive a phone call or an email. Others are approached on social media through fake IC3 websites and AI deepfake videos. Consumers say these IC3 impersonators claim to have recovered their lost funds, offering to assist.
They request money in order to recover money. Just as a general rule, the federal government does not do that.
So remember, IC3 does not have a social media presence. They don't investigate crimes or recover funds through social media either. If you see that, it's fake. And if you need to file a complaint, type www.ic3.gov, like you see now on your screen, directly into your browser. With this Watching Your Wallet, I'm Chris Jackman.
The FBI also says be wary of online content that elicits strong emotion like anger, fear, and disbelief. Take a moment to verify that what you're seeing or hearing is true before responding. Amazon Prime is expanding its air drone delivery service. The online retail giant says nearly 500 cities and towns should have the service by the end of this year. Right now, less than 100 cities are serviced, including one metro Atlanta city. Items have to be 5 pounds or less and fit inside a large shoebox that can be delivered by drone. Prime members will be able to access the service for free on orders of $50 or more. Orders under $50 will cost $2.99 for delivery. Customers without a Prime membership will pay $4.99. Pretty in pink, that's what one homeowner in Milwaukee is hoping a prospective buyer will think. The 4-bedroom, 2-bath house is adorned all in pink, from the walls to the kitchen appliances. Even the furniture and bedrooms are pink. The seller bought the house for $280,000 back in 2024, and now the home is going for $469,000. The real estate agent says she expects the right person will come along and buy the home, and perhaps that person will be dressed all in pink. I think we need it to be Barbie. Emily.
I was about to say that would honestly be a great opportunity on Airbnb. Just having a themed house. I don't know. I feel like people are very into themes nowadays.
I like the idea.
Yeah, I do too. Definitely Barbie, though. I think that's a smart move. Looking at our temperatures tomorrow, we're keeping pink in the forecast. Not really what we want to see, though. 100 for our high temperature here in Augusta. I'll have a look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
What's your case worth? Injury
prescribed Biologic and Crohn's Plus UC.
First Alert weather isn't just a forecast, it's your advantage. Get early warnings for severe storms. With accurate forecasts from a team that stays on air when the weather turns dangerous. Warning sound effect all the way from
Plan your day with confidence and get the latest update straight to your device.
First to warn, first to track,
first to protect.
This is News 1226 First Alert Weather. Always ready, always streaming. Download our app or stream WRDW Plus for free on all your favorite platforms.
Well, looking at temperatures to start off your Thursday, we'll still be in the low to mid 70s. So it's going to be a mild start to our morning. Not going to take us much to warm up to hit right around 100 tomorrow afternoon for the actual temperature. So pool day tomorrow, if you are lucky enough to maybe head out to the pool, it's going to be a great day for that. Mostly sunny throughout the day. And again, hitting right around 100 for our high temperature. We're going to keep the heat for the next several days. A little bit of a cool down for us for your weekend. Saturday, a high of 92. We'll see higher rain chances late Friday afternoon into Friday evening, helping us cool off for your Saturday, as well as we will still see a few more of those isolated showers and thunderstorms Saturday evening, cooling us off into the low 70s for the start of your Sunday. Sunday, temperatures will bounce back a little bit, right around 94 for our high. We'll keep the low to mid 90s in play for the rest of the work week next week. Just remember, it's going to be hot tomorrow. Have the rain gear. Friday, Saturday, we'll have more coming up.
Get breaking news faster and get your first alert quicker. Your news, your way, always free. Download the all-new WRDW News app today.
The Rooms to Go Labor Days.
What did an extra $75 a month buy? A few dinners out or another online order. Fun today, but gone tomorrow. Instead, imagine investing that same $75 in beautiful new flooring you'll enjoy every single day. Right now at A&D Carpets and Hardwoods, payments start at around $75 a month with special financing. Why spend money on things that disappear when you can invest in something that adds style and value for years? A&D Carpets and Hardwoods, come see us today.